Well, I guess this probably isn't the last section. I don't think it is. But the third section for checking account stuff, writing checks, and all that is actually once you've written your checks, like some people call it like balancing a checkbook. Pretty much what we're going to do is look at like a check register. So when you register your checks or like a check register, it's just keeping track of what you've done. And it's like all of the activity going on with your bank account. Now, the good thing for you guys is pretty much a lot of banks have like a mobile app now where you really don't have to do any of this, but we're going to go over it just in case you want to be old school and do it. But for the most part, people have a mobile app where you can always be checking in to look at your balance and how much money you have in your account. So that's the good thing for you guys. But we're going to do some of this anyway, just in case for whatever reason your bank doesn't have a mobile app and you have to keep up with this stuff. So a balance is just pretty much how much, like when you say, what's my checking account balance, that's how much money you actually have in your account. So when you transfer money out or you write a check, you subtract from your balance. And when you deposit, you add to your balance, which should be pretty obvious. And this is what I went ahead and got you, like a template check register, just to give you something to chart all of this with. Pretty much you just chart all of your activity, and that's really what we're going to be going through. So typically what I do, so whatever my starting balance is, so in this case, we've got Margaret's our starting balance. I use that first line and just kind of mark through it and write my starting balance so that I know my initial balance and I don't have to keep going and finding it. So that's what I usually do first. Now, the rest of this is just pretty much keeping up with the activity. So let's just go through each of these. So it says she wrote a check for $45.78 on March 2nd. So don't worry about the check number right now. I think in the homework I put check numbers so you can just fill that in. But you want to make sure to keep up with your date. And then for the transaction description, you just want to say like you wrote a check. So that money is coming out. So under here, payment withdrawal or deposit, you want to withdraw. So you're going to withdraw $45.78. And you can write the little minus right there. So pretty much you're subtracting that amount from your previous balance here. And that's why usually I always take up the first line and do that so that I don't have to go hunt for it. So when we subtract those, we subtract $313.54 by $45.78. Our new balance is now $267.76. So that's kind of the process of what this looks like. You just do it as you go. So now let's look at the next payment. We've got the bank made an automatic transfer of $52.55 on March 5th to pay her phone bill. So that's money coming out. So we're going to subtract it. So let's go ahead and chart all of this. It was on 3/5. It was a transfer. Or you could actually do this. You could say like phone bill. That's probably what I'd do. So you could just say like your phone bill. So you're just knowing that money came out for your phone bill and it was $52.55. We're subtracting that from our previous balance. So now we're going to use this new balance here and subtract that by $52.55. And that would give us our new balance of $215.21. I think there's only one more. So the last thing is that she made a deposit of $240 and 32 cents on March 10th. So March 10th, we have a deposit of $240 and 32 cents. Actually, I wrote that in the wrong column. So you wouldn't want to put it in your withdrawal column. You would want to put that in the deposit column. So that would be 240, 32, and we're going to add that with our previous balance, which our latest balance was 214.21. So we're going to add those two together, and that would give us our final balance after all this is done of $455.53. So pretty much as of March 10th, this would be the balance in your checking account. So that's just an example of how to do that. And on your homework, you're just going to be given a bunch of different information to put in. So you're going to fill all that out and then get your balance at the end.